Carlos Alcaraz has been dominating tennis over the last month or so as he wins the French Open and then follows that up by winning Wimbledon. Now, with the Olympic Games right around the corner and the US Open in the later part of this year, let's see if he can continue his dominance. What's up, everybody? It's John Eric Poli, and I thought it'd be fun to make a video predicting who wins the Olympic Games and the US Open in the later part of the year. And the way Carlos Alcaraz has been playing, you have to imagine he's going to be the favorite in these tournaments, no questions asked there. And let's get started by talking about those Olympic Games that get started on July 27th. And yes, Carlos Alcaraz is my prediction to win this year's Olympic Games, but little note of caution here, not confident with this pick because Alcaraz has been playing a lot of tennis recently. That was a very big run there to win the French Open, to win Wimbledon. Now heading into this Olympics, not only is he playing singles, but he's also playing doubles with Rafa and Nadal, which is something that's going to be very fun to see for the country of Spain there. Rafa, of course, a few Olympic gold medals under his belt as well, winning the singles in 2008, winning in doubles in 2016. But all that work there for Alcaraz, it makes you question, can anybody else dethrone Alcaraz here on this run that he's on? And I think absolutely. Even though I'm picking Alcaraz here because he's been so red hot, I'm not confident with that. And I think Alexander Zverev, actually, as long as that knee holds up, going to be a guy to watch here. Let's remember, too, Zverev won an Olympic gold medal before. He's very good on the clay courts. He also just went 5 sets with Carlos Alcaraz in that French Open final. Definitely a name to watch out there. A few other names, too, to keep an eye out on. You have Novak Djokovic. Out of everything this guy's accomplished in tennis, 0 Olympic golds. Let's see if he could do something here. I know, not having the best 2024, having that knee surgery, but still the guy's won 3 French Open championships. You got to at least consider him here in the Olympic Games. Then, of course, you have Jannik Sinner, the world number 1, a guy that's been so good in 2024, a guy that pushed Carlos Alcaraz to the brink at the French Open, losing 5 sets in the semifinals to him. He's a very, very, very good player no matter what surface he's on. He's been the best player overall here, I think, in 2024, even though definitely made the case for Alcaraz now after winning those last 2 major championships. But still, Sinner absolutely alive in this year's tournament. Just real quick, a few other names too out there too. You have the likes of Holger, Rune, Stefanos, Tsitsipas, also Casper, Ruud. Let's not forget about him. 2-time French Open finalist, very good on the clay courts. So all these guys going to be in the mix of things here in the Paris Olympics here in 2024. Now let's go to the US Open later part of the year. This one's very hard to predict because number one, it's so far away. We don't know who's going to be banged up and whatnot, but we got to see how everyone looks on the hard courts in the lead up to that US Open. Now, when I made this type of video before Wimbledon, I picked Daniil Medvedev here. I'm not going to stray away from that pick just yet here. Medvedev, very consistent throughout all surfaces, clay, give or take, what have you, maybe not so much, but very good on the hard courts. He does have a major championship under his belt, winning the US Open, beat Carlos Alcaraz at last year's US Open. Medvedev, way too talented of a player, only have 1 major championship. I'm still going to go with that pick, but again, a lot of other names here in play. There is Carlos Alcaraz, who's won this tournament before. This was Alcaraz's first major championship ever, was at the US Open. Like I said, Sinner playing very well here, very good on the hard courts, winning the Australian Open early in the year. Djokovic won numerous US Open championships. He has 4 of those under his belt. Alexander Zverev's competed for a US Open championship before, losing in 5 sets to Dominic Thiem. So many names out there. That tournament's so far away. But the big one here, Olympics right around the corner. I'm still going with Carlos Alcaraz here to win this year's Olympics. At least as of now, it's not my official prediction. All that coming up as we get closer to the Olympics. But still, you gotta like Carlos Alcaraz just off the way he's been playing so far over the last 2 months.